How to create profitable business assets from your existing knowledge. Welcome to the Mario Ficini Show. I'm your host this evening, as always, Mario Ficini. And tonight's episode, we're going to talk about just that, how to use your existing expertise and create business assets that are profitable. So let's get into this because I am excited to do this with you. So there's some very specific things you need to think about when marketing and selling, when you're talking to your prospects one-on-one. Why did I use the word expertise and not knowledge? Let's find out. Here we go. And boom. Knowledge. What does Google say?
Knowledge.
Oh, you're not going to read it to me? Okay, I'll read it. Facts, information, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education, the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. You think we should do a split screen? Do you want to see me on both? I want you to be able to read it. That's not better. That's not better. That's what people do. See, you don't need to be a rocket surgeon to figure this out. So now that you know I'm still here and this is live, hello. So theoretical or practical understanding, you can have knowledge in something. You can have knowledge in something, but there's a big difference from knowledge to
expertise.
And I like how they're using men and women. That's awesome. Expert skill or knowledge in a particular field. So what is the difference? You can have the theoretical or practical understanding. I know what a race car is. I wouldn't say I have expertise driving them. I'd say I'm better than most with normal cars. But Dale Earnhardt would probably be the one you want to talk to for race cars. Expertise. It's not practical or theoretical. It is the expert skill or knowledge in a particular field. So what does that mean? There's a lot of people out there that go, well, I don't know if I'm an expert. I don't know if I have expertise. When really they do, they just don't see it. So this goes into self-image and self-worth and imposter syndrome. But if you have demonstrated it, if you've ever picked up my expert authority report, how do you know if you have the expertise? You demonstrate it. One of the things I talk about, video marketing. Guess what I'm doing right now? Video marketing. If you check my Facebook, you can only go back to the last 400 videos, but I just did a Facebook download the other day, and last I checked, there was 2,400 plus, and that was only the last couple of years. I have reason to believe it's over 3,000 or 4,000, and that's just Facebook alone, not YouTube or any of the other videos I shot with the camera or have done for audiences. So when you're talking to someone, do they have knowledge or do they have expertise? Here's the cool thing. If you do, there's a lot you can do with it, and that's why I made this for you. So what are we going to do with it? We're going to build business assets. What is an asset?
Asset.
A useful or valuable thing, person, or quality. Now, if you have this expertise, if you have the skill set in a particular niche, is this the only place it's located? Because if it is, you're missing out. Now, you can build an asset, but is it profitable?
Profitable.
Of a business or activity yielding profit or financial gain. I know people that they have more stuff than me. And I always ask them, is this your area of expertise? Do you enjoy it? And is it profitable? You may have 400,000,001 videos. Have you ever made money with them? You might have more than one book. Have you ever made money with it? Oh, you're a coach. You're a coach to the coaches and you're a coach that teaches coaches how to coach. That's fantastic. Do you actually have clients? Have you made money with it? So there's different levels of when you talk to someone, when you're seeking stuff out. If you're looking for a roofer, a carpenter, a salon, an auto body, a restaurant, culinary, love it, love it, love it, love it. Would you agree there's different ways to cook stuff and have it prepared? And some people go, well, I don't like that place because they charge more and the food isn't that much better. It may not be. But the reason they can charge more and a higher premium is for the experience. You have to open your view, especially if you're a business owner. So we're going to do the audio break. We're going to do the break all right, here's what we're doing. We're going to take a break so I can drink this. And I'm going to check the comments. We got some viewers, we got some comments, and we're going to go to intermission 1. And whenever you do a live cast, make sure you do an audio check and video check. So everyone comment and stuff right now so that way I know this thing's working. All right. That's good. People ask me all the time, what kind of equipment should I use? What kind of light should I use? What kind of microphone should I use? Should I be using this? Should I be using that? What should I do for my live cast? How do I create my own show? What do I do with these videos? Rule number 1, if you're going to be in front of an audience, whether it's live or virtual or in person, always have water nearby. You're going to get thirsty because you're going to be talking a lot. Doesn't matter what you're using if you can't talk. Pro tip. So should I show you this? What's going on over here? So let's talk about it. How do you know what your expertise is? It's real easy. What do you do day in, day out for money? That's probably, you may not have the level of expertise, or maybe you do and you just don't feel like it. 2 different things. But generally, 9 times out of 10, when people are consulting with me, what they do for a living, whether it's their own job, their own business, their own whatever they studied, whatever they do in, day out, that's probably close-ish to where your expertise lies. That's why I always ask the $1 million question. Do you enjoy it? You might be good at something. You might even have expertise in something, but do you enjoy it? I don't know. Only you can answer that. I love what I do because I asked myself that question. There's a lot of things I'm knowledgeable in, and there's a fair amount I have expertise in, but I don't really enjoy all of them enough to be doing them 24/7. Truth. Then you have to ask yourself, if you want to have a profitable business, is it profitable? You might have knowledge. You might have expertise. You might even enjoy it. If it's not profitable, though, you have to decide, do I want to run uphill? Or do I want to maybe go on the bunny slopes and make this a little bit easier and find something that aligns on all of those, not just 1 or 2? And we got more questions. Uh-oh. So here's the thing. What are you known for? What do you like doing? Are you an expert at it? Probably. Here's how you can tell. How do you establish yourself as an expert to someone else? You demonstrate it. All you have to do is demonstrate expert level knowledge. You don't need videos, you don't need books, you don't need a training program, you don't need all this. To start, I highly suggest having all of it. But to start, all you have to do is talk to someone and demonstrate them. Now, here's how I gauge people, especially for business. Can you get them the result they're looking for? If I need help, can you get me the result faster, cheaper, and easier than anyone else? Can you get it faster? Maybe it's not cheaper, but can you give me a better experience? Can you even deliver a result? If you're asking me for help, I absolutely can. But if I were to ask you, strip away all the other stuff and we just had a pen and paper, could you give me the right answers without hiding behind the fancy stuff? You have to have that level of confidence and be able to deliver a result. And that is why a lot of people, they have the knowledge, they have the expertise, but they're just missing something, and it's always within. It's always within. If you can't sell your own friends and family on what you do, not saying they're interested, not saying they're a perfect fit, but do you have the confidence to say, I can help you with that? I'm going to at least offer my help for that because I know I can help. Or do you hit up everyone else in the world and not go for the people closest to you first? If they need it, you should be able to help them. Have you ever been able to do that? If you can't talk, if it's easier to talk to strangers than people you know, there's a congruence and dichotomy. There's a dichotomy and there's a problem with the congruence. You should be able to look anyone in the eye and go, you know what, that's your problem. That's where I can help you. Watch this. What do you need done? When do you need it done by? When you have that, it is so incredibly flippin' easy to create other things. I'm not even going to get into that. I want to know, right in the comments below, do you believe you're the expert in your field and why? And if you're uncertain, ask yourself, what kind of results have I gotten for myself or other people repeatedly? Okay? If you've done it once, you can do it twice. If you've done it twice, you can do it 100 times. If you've done it 100 times, you most certainly are probably, I'd be willing to bet, an expert in you. If you've gotten 100 people plus results consistently and 90% or above, it's been the same thing. You probably just haven't taken the time, or no one's identified you as an expert, but you do have expertise level knowledge. So I got a few more minutes. We're going to open this up. If you've got any questions, put them in here. I'm going to check all the things. Uh-oh. Scott got in. That's good news. And we got one here. Wow. Okay. From Kristen. And she writes, I said, do you like creating business assets or how to create business assets? If the information will show me how to create business assets, then I know that not only will you define what those business assets are, but you'll show me how to create them. The first choice feels more like a definition, something you've done. I can find a definition in seconds with technology we have. I can't find the how-to as easily. Ooh, I like that. Thank you, Kristen. I can't find the how-to as easily and would have to do a ton of research and read a ton of articles to figure out if I should even listen to the person offering the how-to advice. Hope that helps. Love that. So that is perfect example of expertise. When you are naming your products, when you're naming your assets, when you're naming your headlines, when you're naming a post, there's literally the only difference is the word how to create versus creating business assets. How to create business assets. See, people want your personal, she even said it. I didn't announce this. You can look at my Facebook feed. It was 31 minutes ago. True story. I was looking for a name for this thing. And it came out. I was thinking, should I call it creating business assets or how to create business assets? And it ended up being called how to create profitable business assets from your existing expertise. And all those words were chosen specifically. But she says, I can look up anything with technology we have. As you could see when I did the screen share, I did the same thing. Everyone does the same thing. You don't even need to type it in anymore. You can just use voice and say, I'm looking to put a roof on the house. And it will give you results, voice activated. I can't find the how-to as easily and would have to do a ton of research and read a ton of articles to figure out if I should even listen to the person offering the how-to advice. That worked out perfect. Thank you, God. Because that is exactly it. Whatever your niche is, Determine, do you have this expert level advice and knowledge? If you do, how are you leveraging it? If it is stuck inside of your head, I very much encourage you to write it down. If you are a free-natured person such as I, just write it on a post. There's frequent times I don't even click twice to open my private notebook. I just post it on Facebook and see what happens. Post it on LinkedIn. And I'll tell you, every time I've done that, it's interesting because it fosters a ton of engagement. And there's other times when they're perfectly scripted out and all kinds of stuff, and it's like nothing. I don't know. If you don't want to do that, if you're more reserved and personality type opposite, all you gotta do is take a hidden notepad. I recommend Evernote, pad of paper, whatever you want. Just jot the ideas down. Just get the ideas flowing. If you want to get sophisticated with it, put hashtags that say hashtag content in the top of your notes. So when you search your notes, like I did earlier, I did hashtag content, and it pulled up 6 years of ideas. I have notes literally called great ideas from clients, great ideas from livecast, great ideas from in-person attendance, great ideas from my training. But they're all hashtag with the hashtag content. So I can type in content and it's ideas to spark, you guessed it, content. So whatever your area of expertise is, share a little bit on it. Share a lot of bit on it. Write down 5, 10, 15, 20 things, okay? It's not that hard. I'm doing the exact same thing right now. I was thinking of what really would help someone. And one of the questions I get very frequently is, how do I know if I'm an expert or not? My answer is, do you have results for people? There's a lot of people that are knowledgeable, but Kristen says it here. How I would have to do a lot of work to find it. And that's even if I determined you're someone I should listen to. Now, I got to go, but I'm going to be doing more of these. And I'm going to be sharing with you the other fundamentals to it. But number one is, how do you create business assets that are profitable from your existing expertise? First, you have to determine, am I an expert or not? Join me on the next one. And I'm going to tell you about Expert Authority Report. There it is. Merry Christmas. ExpertAuthorityReport.com. If you want to go through my checklist if you want to go through the checklist to determine your expertise, where is the friggin' link at? For real? Is it? Here it is. ExpertAuthorityReport.com. You don't need to be professional. You don't need to be a perfectionist. You just need to do it. There's a 21-step checklist on there you can download for free as my gift to you, and ask specific questions about your level of expertise. Step 1, determine, are you truly an expert or not? If you are, you're going to like the next one. If not, keep learning, keep giving people results, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless.